Welcome back to Sirantwi Education channel. Greetings. Today we are going to look at the summary of network and internet technology that you need to know for your final examination. Don't forget to subscribe to or join this channel to get more information during grade 11 and then also grade 12. Now, the first thing that you must know is the definition of a network. If we say a network is a group of computers, the first keyword, group of computers or computing devices connected to share resources, connected to share information or resources. And the main aims of having a network is to enable faster communication, share resources, support teamwork and collaboration, and then centralize data storage. Now, so the advantages are communication. We can use to share resources, easier collaboration, and then centralized backup or storage. But then there are some disadvantages of network. That's the security risk. If you are connected to network, you might encounter or be infected with virus, hacking, clickjacking, scamming, and others. Expensive to also set up a network. And then if the network fails, your work uh, will also stop. Let's say you are doing practicals on a network. If the network is down, you cannot work. And data lost also if you don't back up properly. Then you must also know the network devices. The network devices like modem, which is moderator, demoderator, which is a device that sends and receives signals over internet or over telephone lines or cables. And then a switch is a device which enables multiple computers or devices to connect. So in other words, they connect one or more devices to a network. And then a router connect a network to another network. Then wireless access point, which is a device that connect most of these computers. We can say devices or computers to a wireless network. So these are the network devices that one must know. Whenever you want to have network, you need to have all these. So you must know the definition and then also the functions of each. Lastly, we have the NIC, Network Interface Card or Controller, which is a hardware component inside the computer that allows a computer to connect to a network. So we have the wireless NIC and then we have a cabled NIC. Now, we move to types of network. We have LAN, local area network. We have the HAN, home area network. So the LAN is a type of network within a building or offices. Then the home area network, they connect our devices within our home to share resources. Example is connecting your printer to a network or connecting your smart TV to an internet. So this is a home area network. All of them, you need to know their advantages. Like the HAN is convenient for sharing internet and then also communication. But then the disadvantages are that they can be expensive, like we said, than the PAN. PAN stands for Personal Area Network. Personal Area Network. This is a type of network like connecting your devices together using Bluetooth. Maybe devices like speakers or maybe, yeah, all those devices that we connect within a shorter range called a personal area network. Now, what is needed to create a home area network? If you want to create a home area network, you need internet connection, you need a router or access point, you need a network cable, and you need a computers or smart TV or any other devices. Right. So like I said, personal area network, they are very small network within a short range, like your phone connecting to other device, pairing with the Bluetooth, smartwatches, and then headphones. It's easier to set up the pen, like Bluetooth, very easy. But the disadvantages are that they have a limited range up to, let's say, 10 meters, and they can also be slow sometimes. What is needed to create a pen? You need your personal devices and then the wireless technologies. So you need to know pen and then hand and then learn also as a great learner. Right. Internet, which is the global network connecting millions of computers together for communication. Now, internet stands for interconnected network, a huge collection of networks put together. And we use internet for sharing files, browsing, emails, and others. And then we have the internet address, which is the unique identifier that locate a device or a resources. It can be IP address, which stands for Internet Protocol Address, like 192.168.1.1. This one identify each computer within a network, or the domain names, like the www.sirantwi.com. This is also an internet address. So, what constitutes an internet address? Let's say you have www.sirantwi.com or .co.za. The triple W means World Wide Web, which is a collection of web pages stored on the internet. We will talk about that. Then the Sirantwi here now becomes Sirantwi becomes the domain name. The CO becomes the type of organization. We will discuss it also. When it is CO, that is a corporate organization. ZA showing the geographical location. ZA means from South Africa. If it is UK, for United Kingdom, and then others. SA is Saudi Arabia. We will discuss it also. Then the World Wide Web, which is a collection of web pages stored on the internet that can access through browser. And they use the protocols also to access the information. Um, that is the triple W. We can also say that they are system of interlinked document accessible through the internet. So many documents that are kept together on the internet. You can use Google and then Wikipedia to get all this information. Right, Uniform Resource Locator, URL, which is the address used to access a web page. In other words, we can say is the address of a website. So the Uniform Resource Locator example is the www.google.com. These are examples of or serentry.co.za. And then we have URL shortener, which is a service or a tool that creates a shorter version of a long URL. Let's say you have a very long URL and then you want to reduce the size of it. You have to use a URL shortener to make it short like this. Right. A web page. A web page is a single document on the web or the website. And then the website is a collection of related web pages. So example, about us page. Then the website like sirantwieducation.co.za that contains so many pages put together. And then a hyperlink is a clickable link that connects one web page to another. The link that you can click on it. Then you need to also know different technologies, internet, like a blog, wiki, social media, and others. A blog is sharing personal posts or ideas or videos. If it's a video, then it's a vlog. And then example, the YouTube vlog and the WordPress blog. Wikipedia or wiki is a collaborative website which allows people to edit the content. An example is Wikipedia. Then social network is a platform that connects people and allow them to share ideas like Facebook, X, Instagram, and others. Then the web application, those are the software that can be accessed through the browser, like the Google Docs, OneDrive, Google Drive, and then Office 365. And then a browser is a software application that we use to view and access a website. So the software we use to view and access a website, we call it browser, like Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, and others. Tab browsing. When we talk about tab browsing, being able to open multiple pages. Like example here, if I open another page, then I can easily go there. So I can open another page also called tab browsing, being able to open so many pages at the same time. And it's easier to switch between pages. It saves time also and reduce clutter on the desktop. Search engine is a program or a website used to search information on the internet. Examples Google, Bing, Yahoo, and others. These are search engine, like what I just went there, google.com, then I can search for information. So that's a search engine. So google.com, then you can use it to search for any information. Let's say I'm looking for Sirantwi Education. Then you press enter. So use the keywords to search for information that will give you all this information. Then you look for the one that you want to choose. Then the list of the search item, you call them hit, H-I-T. So the list of the search item is called hit. So a hit. Right. So that is how we use search engine. We use a specific keyword to search for it so that you'll be able to get them. You can go through some of the things. Then the concept of downloading and uploading. Downloading is when you copy data from the internet to your device. And uploading is when you send from your device to the internet. That's uploading. And we also have service provider, ISP, Internet Service Provider. They are companies that provide access to internet and then you have to pay monthly. Example is the Telcom, Vodacom, MTN, and others. So the ISPs, they do the following. They assign ISP address. They provide email, web page hosting. If you create your website and you want to host, publish on the internet, you need ISP. They also gives us internet access, and then they also filter spam, which is junk emails. Right. You need to also know e-communication, electronic communication, that exchange of information electronically through computers, like the emails, instant messaging, and then the video calls. Then the devices that we use to do this e-communication, we call them communication devices, like the smartphones, our webcams, and then our laptops. So you can use e-communication, you can do it using your PC or you're using your smartphones also to do it. Then electronic mail, which is a method of sending digital messages from one user to another through the internet, like using the Gmail, the Outlook, and others. And then instant messaging, real-time text-based messages. When you send a message, it goes at the same time, like WhatsApp message, Telegram Messenger, Facebook Messenger. They are instantaneously, the person receives the message at the same time. And there are different online platforms that we can use to communicate, like Teams, Zoom, Google Meet, and then also Skype. Now we will look at the taxonomy of an email address. If we take an email address, the parts of email address, we break them down as follows. It's a username followed by @ then the domain name. Example, sirantwi@gmail.com. Sirantwi becomes the username. The Gmail is the domain name. .com is a commercial type of organization. So you can be given a question whereby they will tell you what does that part mean. So you have to be able to break them down. And basically, we have two types of email. We have the ISP-based email and then the web-based email. The ISP-based email are those that are provided by the service providers, like your email software, the Outlook. They give you that email that you can go in and then access it. Then the web-based email that you have to access it through um, browser. Like if you want to go to gmail.com, that is the web-based email. Right. Then the email software features like CC, which is carbon copy, which send a copy to additional recipient. BCC, hidden copy. Others cannot see it. Only the main recipients will see. Attachment, adding files to a message, and then the address book. Also scan to email, whereby you scan a document and then it goes through to your email. We call the scan to email. We have it in multifunctional printers. There's a scan to email facility there. Then netiquette of email. Rules for respectful and effective online communication. There are some general rules that you must apply. Like you must always make sure that you check the spelling and grammar. Be polite and concise. Don't gossip or spam junk emails. Avoid typing in all caps. Reduce the attachment size and respect other people's privacy. These are the netiquette rules. Now, how to compose, how to send, and how to also forward an email. Those are the basic things that you must also know. Right. Um, when it comes to this, I don't want to go into details regarding the wired and then the wireless connections, data transmission speed. You don't need to know as grade 10 learners, so I remove it. ISPs, we already discussed it, and then the services that they can also provide. Then streaming. Streaming is the process of transmitting or receiving audio or visual content in real time. It should be live. So that's watching or listening online instantly. You call it streaming. So you need to know the difference between streaming and then also downloading. Right. What we can use ICT for, like we said in our workplace, we can use it to work, office automation, in our office doing tasks in the office, doing calculations and others. E-learning, which is electronic learning, learning through internet, and M-learning, learning using portable devices. So you should also know the difference between these two. So basically the types of system technologies, you have to know some of these things, the advantages and disadvantages, the routers, wired communications, and then the network securities. You must also know usernames and password to authenticate users in a network. Um, Access, right? Some people shouldn't get access to the main server or other things. Encryption for sensitive data. If you want to protect your data from other people accessing it, you have to provide encryption. You can also provide firewall or antivirus to prevent different attacks on the computer. So these are the things that you need to know. Right. Video conferencing, we talk about them. Communication devices. We discuss also, so I'll remove it. And then add-ons, these features of a browser. If you have a browser, some of the features that you can find, you can go through them also. Features of a browser, like website blocking, search engine, we did it, add-on extensions, additional information, that the additional program that you can get on a browser. Pop-up blocker, that's the tool that stops unwanted pop-up adverts. So you need to also know these. Right. Dealing with emails, we have something called high priority and then flagging. When you make an email message as a high priority, that means you mark it as important or urgent. When you flag it, you mark the item as a follow-up or review. So you must know the difference between these two. Again, communications like the podcast, wikis, blog, online journals, and then the good practices for wikis, social media, and others. You have to also know these interactions. You have to know them. Remember, the total mark for internet and network technologies can be up to maybe 20 or 25 marks. So you need to also know that. Right. So I'll remove not all of them. I'll remove the ones that are not needed as a grade 10 learner. So that is all about internet and network technologies, what you need to know. Right.